What is up, everybody? It's your boy Travis, aka Matsu here, and today I have some very awesome things sent to us by UVS Games for the new Critical Role Heroes of Exandria set. I have 3 blister packs, and both of the starter decks, as well as a very cool grog mat that I will be using as the background for today's unboxing. So make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Big shout outs to UVS Games yet again for sending me this cool product. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, everybody, so I'm going to start with the packs. So we have 3 Heroes of Exandria blister packs that were sent to us by UVS Games. And as you can see, very cool grog mat, him throwing his axe and it's on fire. It's very, very cool. Or rather, he looks like he's going to berserk. I don't think he's actually on fire. But alright, it looks like we've got... I haven't opened blister packs in such a long time that I actually just, like... I don't really know how to properly open these. But we got it open. So I'm just going to get these all pulled out before we actually open them one by one. What are you guys predicting for these pulls? Let me know down in the comments what you think I'm going to get. Obviously, the hope is that we pull a random Chrome Rare. That would be so hype, honestly. There we go, pack number 2. Oh, this one came out a lot easier than the other ones. There we go. And then we throw all of this in our handy dandy trash box. Alright. Let's get right into it. Which pack we thinking? Pack 1, 2, or 3, everybody? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with pack 3. Pack 3 is gonna be our GOAT for sure. Alright. So we've got Distracting Gas, Inspiring Song, Collecting Components, Radiant Visage, Furious Charge, Arcane Spellbolt, Lady Kima Vord, and our rare is Tusktooth's Crew. It's a 2 difficulty 5 check, 3 high block with the ally keyword Foundation. Enhance, once per turn, discard 1 card, that's cost, draw 1 card. And then Brawler Champion response, flip after your attack is completely blocked, ready 1 Foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. Only playable if your character is a Brawler or a Champion. Battle Priest, Show Off, and then, aha, it's Vox Machina. Wow. Alright, pack number 2. Oh, it looks like this one has a good one in it, folks. Ooh-wee. Electric Wand Blast, Corner Dagger Master, Heavy Hammer Thump, Unrelenting Brute, Pocket Bacon, Pepperbox Fire, Beer Guard Lionette Expositor. I don't even know how to say that. Oh, sick! We got a Gravity Well! Maybe a little hard to see because of the glare, but... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Very cool looking ultra rare. Gravity Well is a 4 difficulty, 4 low for 4, with a 3 check and a 1 mid block, Mage Powerful 4, and Spell. Blitz, cards cannot be flipped during this attack, and then response, after you play this card, foundations cannot be destroyed for the rest of the turn. Your rival may commit 2 foundations to cancel this effect. Very good card. Then we got Cycle of Violence, Wild Healing, and Warding Sigil. Not bad, not bad. That's a good card. It's honestly one of my favorite cards in the set, so I will take that any day. We've got Tranquility of Death. I'll put these these over here so it's a little easier. Shakast, Nature Calls, Goblin Bolt, Crotch Lightning, Treasure Hunting, Essek Thales, Expert Dunamancer, and a Grasping Cat's Claw as a rare. Is a 6 difficulty, 3 low for 6 with a 2 mid block and a 3 check, throw, and spell. Blitz, spend 1 momentum, commit 3 face down rival foundations. That's cool. We got a Dedicated Arzen, a Fade to Black, and a Nymph's Invitation. Easy. We can pull out our other rare. There we go. Alrighty, so that's it for the pack opening. We did pull a Gravity Well, which is a good ultra rare, and we will definitely take those for sure. Let me just real quick toss these in the trash box, and then we will move on to the first deck, which is going to be Percy. Mr. No Mercy Percy. Let me see if there's an easier way to open this starter deck than from the top where all the tape is. Looks like there definitely is, so I will just open it from the bottom. Easy. I don't think there's anything else in here that matters. I think the rest is shit. The rest is just trash. So it comes with like a little, I think a plastic playmat, which is neat because I haven't seen them do these in a while, I think. And these are pretty cool things for new players. Oh, this is so cool, actually. I don't know if you guys can see all of it, but there's like a health, there's progressive, it's got the Critical Role logo on it. Here, let me see if I can get it from this side. Yeah. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. Yeah, this is a cool looking, like, plastic mat. Definitely gonna hold that one for collection purposes. And then we've got our little deck brick right here, and this little learn to play guide. And yeah, let me see if I can find the tab. So we've got Percival DeRollo III, Pepperbox Sharpshooter. He's an inventor, pack-bound Vox Machina. It's a 6-hander with 22 health that says, remove 1 card from your discard pile as cost. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed. Very cool looking foiling and like design pattern they have on this guy. Really like that. I'll separate these, put the commons and stuff over here. We've got 2 copies of Bad News Bullet, 2 copies of Science Bros, which is actually kind of good. Glad that exists. 2 copies of Quest Board, 3 copies of The List, 3 copies of Alchemical Satchel Toss, 3 copies of Bang Bang, 3 copies of Golem Beating, 2 copies of Merciless Lead, 4 copies of Pepperbox Fire, 4 copies of Tinker Shot, 2 copies of Sean Gilmore, 4 copies of Collecting Components, and I guess we could just go back up. 2 copies of Electric Resilience, 4 copies of Found Family, 4 copies of Imprisoned Noble, 4 copies of Inspired Design, 4 copies of Show Off, 4 copies of Terror Reading, and 4 copies of Weapon at the Ready. To complete our 60 card starter deck. I believe it's 60. I could be wrong. Let me just get all this stuff back together. Yeah. So there is one deck out of the way. Now we can move on to the bow deck. Here we go. The Brawler Lady. Now I have actually like zero clue on what Critical Role is. Well, I know what it is. It's like a D&D type thing. But I don't really know like the characters or the lore or any of that, so if I mess up on any of their names or anything like that, please forgive me. Alright, so we've got Pure Guard Lionette looking for a brawl. She is a 622 health brawler, Mighty 9 and Spy for her traits. Enhance, commit, add 1 attack with 3 difficulty from your discard pile to your hand. Your attack gets 3 damage. These are definitely a step up from the last set of Clash decks that existed, because those characters were essentially blank and they just had like 0 chance against anything remotely real. But these guys kind of seem okay at the very least. At the very least, they're probably balanced to play against each other, which is good. Means you can pick up 2 decks and just be fine. Alright. So set you aside. We've got 2 copies of Shoulder Toss, 2 copies of Peerless Footwork, 2 copies of Quest Board, 4 copies of Furious Charge, 2 copies of Great Axe Chop, 4 copies of Heavy Kick, 2 copies of Predator's Pounce, 4 copies of Staff Crack, 3 copies of Upward Disarming Swing, 2 copies of Spiraling Fetch, 4 copies of A Day for Relaxing, 3 copies of Combat Evaluation, 4 copies of Everlight's Glance, 4 copies of Martial Prowess, 4 copies of Mystic Recovery, 4 copies of Radiant Visage, 3 copies of Strong Windup, 3 copies of Subdual Technique, and 4 copies of Swift Charge, or Swift Change, to round out the rest of the deck. Overall, how do I rate these decks for new players? I think, honestly, these decks are, just from the stuff that I'm seeing in them, a smash hit, actually. I think that at the price point that they are at, which I believe is $15.99, I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. It's either $15.99 or $19.99. That these are good value for people who are trying to get into the game, because it does actually come, especially the Percival deck, with a bunch of good staples that are going to be like in the main set, so you don't have to like go hunting for them. So like a good example is in the Percival deck, Terror Reading. This card is going to see so much play in almost every deck that has any order symbol on their character. This card is essentially a reprint of an older card from MHA 01 that did the same thing but was a 1/5, but it was more symbol restricted because it only had 3 symbols. And then Sean Gilmore is another good example of a good one in this deck. Imprisoned Noble is not terrible. Electric Resilience is going to see play. And then obviously Science Bros and Bad News Bullet are both good cards as well. So I definitely think that these decks are pretty good for newer players. So if you are a newer player trying to get into the game, I would suggest picking these up. They're not a terrible cost to get into, and they also do come with some guides on how to play. So definitely good new player product. Hi there again, it's Matsu here. So yeah, I think that they did a pretty good job on Critical Role Heroes of Exandria, especially these decks for new players. I think they're going to be a very good learning tool for people to kind of play against each other with and just like casually learn the game and kind of how it functions before they actually, full on jump into the deep end. And yeah, yet again, thanks UVS Games for sending me this product. I always appreciate the openings and the opportunities to open stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been Travis, aka Matsu, signing out.
What is up, Matsu Nation? Thank you for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out all my socials and my Patreon. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and sayonara.